Good morning, Hope. Good morning. Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me well? Hey. Okay. Yes. But actually, it hasn't been that long. It's been a week, isn't it? Hasn't it been a week? But maybe you are referring to videos. Oh, yes. 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 I have free on Wednesday. So probably, yes, probably I will try. Either I will upload some videos or I will go live on Wednesday. Good morning, Wendy. But you do have a lot of videos. Well, I mean, the people that actually are that they do consume my channel, they seen all the videos. But probably for new people that enter the channel, they have a lot of a lot of videos of me to get to know me or to get to know what I do, so yeah, but I'm going to go back to normal, guys, like in a few weeks, so don't worry. um I may be one of those people. Yes, I know because yes, because actually I was able to make all those videos because of everyone's recommendation, actually. So yes, you are part of my productivity, totally, yes. But well, it's been a long week for me too. I'm really tired. I got home yesterday at 8. No, I got out. Oh, I got off of work at 8:30, and I got home around 10 p.m. So I came home, like I had to cook, I had to clean my house, and then time flew, and time passes by really quickly. And then I went to bed, and I woke up this morning, just like this. So yeah. but we are doing a lot of training, guys, with different brands that I'm working with. I'm starting to work with this brand, so I'm on like with a lot of workshops, and absorbing a lot of information about different brands. So my brain, it's a bit like, oh, and also like being with people and at customer service as well. So that's why I could like record a video, probably like shorter videos of interpretations, but actually my voice, I'm afraid I will lose my voice if I try to do all that like in a day. That's why I'm saving my energy as well. I also have people that are waiting for me. Hello, Spirit. I'm also like having people on waiting that they are requesting personal readings. I'm also like telling them to wait a bit for me until I settle down with my new schedules. But yes, guys, it's all. I know you are all in the same. We are all like trying to make it work somehow. Yes, we are all trying to make our routines work, our responsibilities with what we love, and actually the reason why I took this job was to be able to give you more quality readings, to be able to do videos. I always tell you, like, I have to get a better camera. I have to get a camera, actually, because I always use my poor phone for different tasks. So I want to get a proper camera to film the videos, to do like the readings like you see me now, but just like pulling the cards, and doing everything a bit more entertaining for you to watch. So I'm really excited, guys. Actually, that's the reason. I actually, with my consultations, like online and offline, I do well by myself when it comes to my expenses, but I had to get another job to be able to step up a bit and to have more money, honestly, to be able to do what I love. But to do that, you need money. That's the reality. Like, I don't like asking people for money. Um, I don't like that. So I want to do it myself. So, hello, Reem. So yes, I have to work long hours. Yes, just like everyone else. But it has a purpose. It has a purpose. So how are you guys? Is there any news? Like, I also been trying to catch up every time I have a few moments to see if there are any new comebacks and stuff. I'm still waiting for The Voice. I think it's a Japanese release. I saw the trailers, but I didn't see yet the MV. I think it's not out yet. But I'm also. Do you have any news about um, Hagneon and Shonu's movie? Mm. Yes, Jessie. I have to do reading for 17. Probably I will do one today. I will do one today for 17. A brief one, but I will try to do them because someone was asking me also to do a reading about 17. And it's been a while, yes. I'm the same boat, especially since I'm back at school. Yes, it's super hot in our here. Oh, yes. Most are ex-members, not everyone. Oh, really? Oh. TXT had their comeback, a lot of their B-sides. Yeah, the title track, I saw it. I didn't see the entire song, but it was a bit like I wanted more for them. You know, I will check out the B-sides, yes, because I wanted more of TXT. I mean, I'm shouting at my cat right now. Sorry, guys. I'm staying still because she dropped something. And I'm looking at her. I'm sorry, guys. I look like I just saw a ghost. But she went on a furniture and she almost dropped a lamp. And I'm trying not to shout at her. I'm trying really hard to not shout at her. But she saw me. She saw me. I'm sorry, guys. It's hard to have a cat. I don't know if you are a cat owner, but for me it's hard because she's here. I'm sorry that I'm ranting about this, but she's here now because she didn't want to be left out of here because I closed everything. Um, but when she's here, she starts to act out. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with her. Um, but I'm seeing that she dropped something. And I was really nervous because I was like, no, she's going to break the whole thing. I'm sorry, guys. I was very distracted for a moment. Now she's over there. Now I'm looking at her, she's over there. But oh well, guys, it's going to be very difficult. It's going to be. If you see me like looking at different ways, it's because it's her. But I know that dogs also are a bit like messy. Um, Actually, I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to get her out. Or I don't know. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. Maybe she will lay down a bit. Yeah, it's just that she's not like this. She's not like this. She's not like this. I don't know why she's like this. I don't know if maybe it's because I'm talking and she listens to me, so she's like, oh, she's not talking to me. You know, like I don't know. Like she sees that I'm talking, but she doesn't see anyone. So hope you can do a tarot reading for Kim Se-hyun one day. Who is Kim Se-hyun? I think the storyline for TXT is really interesting now. 2 years ago, they were talking about you. You are the only one that I want. And 3 years ago, it's I want to be your pet. And now it's I like being bad. Exactly. I agree with you, Samara, totally. I'm a cat nanny, so I love cats. I will be taking care of my friend's problem kitty for a couple of months. So yes, and just a year they were saying, I know I love you. It's going to be a tale of young love from a boy's perspective. Yes, cats are really funny, but I was like, I swear, guys, she was like this close to break a lamp, and it's a salt lamp. So she was going to destroy my house eventually. I think all boy groups go through the storyline change. Yes, it's true. But it's interesting for me. I see it the way Samara sees it. In the sense that probably TXT didn't caught my attention actually. Like for me, they were like yes, they were big hit trainees or big hit artists, but I just like couldn't connect with them because they are really young and their style is really young, like it should or like it should have been back then. So I wasn't like that interested. But maybe for the younger audience, they really love the voice. And I'm loving that now I can connect with this new era of theirs. Kim Se-hon was a member of IOI and got announced all over. Ah, okay. Cats are crazy, but I love them. I swear, I swear. You know, the other day, I actually, while I was doing a live, I don't know if you saw it, if you heard me, like I shouted at her because she was like going through all here, and I have a lot of books. I have a bookshelf, and I was afraid that she was going to throw all the books on her, like, like she's something. She's something. Yes. At least many I've seen, let's call it growing up. Sounds like, yes, exactly, Hope. She's trying to get my attention because she actually is not like this. Because that's why I wanted to leave her, because she was sleeping actually. So I was like, okay, do what you have to do. Don't bother. I won't bother you. You don't bother me. But now that I'm starting to talk, I don't know why, but she maybe thinks that, I don't know. Yes, I'm giving the attention to someone else. Off topic, but did you watch Eurovision? Eurovision, it rings a bell. Eurovision. What is it? It's true, but I like storyline change. It's complex because they have storyline moments. Oh yes, exactly. Yes, I don't like that. Yes, that fox, the fox and the vampires, the wolf, cats and dogs, and all that analogy. Yes, it's a bit like Twilight and all those things. I don't like it, but maybe for them it's or for the audience it's interesting to get into that storyline. I don't understand any concept, but I just like good-looking people dancing to good music. Yes, 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 yes. But yes, that was something that Young Love. Yes, I watched Cat Buying Spirit. Yes. Um, yes, but when some groups start, for example, I think it was in the case of, uh, I know they're not the only one, Hype's artists, TXT and Hypen, that they take a moment of their MVs um, to tell, like to do some acting or to show you certain scenes about the concept, and that like you are supposed to be like, and this is what the fans do, of course. They create the story, they create the lines, oh, like this, this MB belongs to this part of the storyline, or this character belongs to a different universe, and this is a hint to another part of the storyline. And I'm like, I don't have time for this. I just want to listen to music. Like, please start the video right away. Like, yeah, like, I don't know, but the fans love and they talk about it and they seem very passionate about it. So yes, I guess that if I was younger, I would be interested into diving in and paying attention to every MB and trying to connect them all, since they have like this sort of like mega universe, something like that. But now, no, guys. Now I don't have, I don't have the patience. I don't have like I want the video to start right away. I actually fast forward the part where they start like to tell the story, because I don't want to watch a movie. I watch movies by myself. I want to see them be and listen to the song. My new bias Infinite L is a cat lover, and I saw he got his cars a freaking tarot. No! A tarot reading for a cat? Oh my god! I think it's the game theorist coming to K-pop. One, yeah, this is so good. They love that stuff. Yes, the theory videos about the yeah. I didn't even know it was possible. I didn't even know myself. I was like, why? Like, I don't know. Like, he sure loves his cat. Yes, he wants to get to know it very much. Yes, they do have distinctive personalities. Yes. When Shiny came back after enlistment with Don't Call Me, I love Don't Call Me. Some fans were shocked, but they had an overall positive reaction to their album. Sometimes it takes watching it a couple of times. Exactly, Hope. Yes. I love Don't Call Me. I actually, like, I know who Shiny is, but like, like I haven't been listening to them since, like, from the old eras or the beginning. I know their songs stuff, but Don't Call Me was really good for me. I actually listen to it a lot. I love it. I have it on my playlist. He sure loves his cat a lot. I'm a bit very honest. SM tries to make theories seem more complex, but don't even think SM has put. Yes, it's just that why do you have to make so many theories to like, I don't know, like, if they are real people, like, that's that's something. Yes, Atlantis. Um, that's something that I'm like. There's something that about the K-pop world that I don't understand. Because they somehow want to show you like a lot of backstage, a lot of like seeing the members, the girl and the boy members, being themselves. Like, having these like one-on-one interviews between themselves, like being themselves, and then they start like building this different universe where they are like these sort of heroes and savers and the bad guy and then the good guy, and you are like a bit confused, because like, I know they can act. I know that idols can act. Actually, I believe that it's one of the traits that you must have very trained to know how to act, to be an idol. But it's like if all the content is fun and it's very like, I mean, like, if I know like my bias is a certain way, like, I don't, why would I be interested in to see him play the role of another character, like, it would be like, I don't know. Hi, Hilal. Welcome. No, we're just starting. I was just ranting about my cat that she wanted to break something. Oh, I should check out those, Hope. It's just that analyses are really nice. And people that do it, that do those videos, they really go really deep into the analysis. So it's really interesting to watch them. It's like it's when I love documentaries as well. I love those things. So the in-depth theory killed me. We say this, but it ended up working. Look at RB insane boost in sales. Oh, yes. 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 Everything they do, it has a purpose. Obviously, yes. Yes. It is like, maybe for not everyone is their cup of tea, but there are people that are really invested, so they know what they're doing. Yes, definitely, they know what they're doing. Just like in the case of we were talking about hype, we were talking about BTS, not BTS, we were talking about hype artists, TXC, but BTS also with the Jungian perspective, because I did study psychology, so and I love Jung's theory and stuff. I enjoy that more than Freud actually. Um, but so I studied about the shadow, the shadow self, the ego, the alter ego, the different archetypes. Like I always tell you, also tarot cards are archetypes. So I think that in that case, hype, and I think that it's about. I believe it's Bang PD's idea of making big hit or hypes artists to have this concept that it's deeper, that it's about psychology. It's about psychology, it's about loving yourself, it's about growing, it's about facing your fears, it's about um, connecting with you, with yourself. The part of the whole concept is yourself, the light aspect of you, the not so positive aspect that is the shadow, the fears, the insecurities. So yes, it's about using a bit of psychology, or like a sort of like self-help promotion of mental state, of being better, of improving yourself, and that's a great marketing tactic as well, because definitely there are people that do struggle with a lot of insecurities, with a lot of, well, we all do, but I think that probably there are a lot of different people in the fandoms that can resonate with these songs about loving yourself, about especially the teenagers, loving yourself, like going deep into yourself. Like, I don't like the part of taking psychology concepts into marketing, especially to, you know, because it's not just about loving yourself. You definitely do have to do, like, it's not that you listen to a song and you're already healing, it's a deeper work. But some people do use it in their songs. Mm-hmm. Hey, Eva. Yeah, but it's a great, because a lot of people get emotional, yes, emotionally attached to those messages because they need to hear it. Maybe they do not have like that emotional support in their lives, so they need to hear it. But in that sense, I always knew that Vampiri was very smart in that sense. He uses psychology to sort of create a concept, a concept of that each song has a deeper meaning, and not a meaning of a mega universe, a meaning of you finding yourself, and you also going through each song, or each album is like a different state in your search for yourself, or for a meaning or purpose in your life. So it's really interesting. I heard they made army field forms about their mental health. Yes, they could. They could. They definitely ask a lot of feedback. They could do like, oh, what do you want us to talk about? What are you struggling the most? Yes, because they take the keywords, the keywords of what is your emotional need, and probably they use it as, as, yes, as a subject of study. Yes, to create content that can touch a bit more of that. So you feel like they are talking about something that is very close to you. And actually, it wouldn't surprise me that a lot of people that feel these forms, actually they talk about the same thing. Yeah, for their research. Yes, they do a lot of research. They are very smart. They're very smart. Yes, there's a lot of there's a lot of smart, but there's also a lot of research, guys, because when you talk about certain things, like especially when it comes to psychology or when it comes to well-being, you have to do a lot of research. You have to, like, because you cannot promote something like this, or expand the idea without sounding superficial. So definitely there must be, like, I always had the feeling that either Bam PD has like a degree in psychology. Probably he does, because he knows a lot about, human interaction. For him it's very important. But I'm sure he does have a lot of people doing that, like targeting that aspect, and I think that he does it very well. Yes. When it comes to SM concepts and high company concepts, it's like SMQ is another way to say we the best, while I prefer simpler concepts like TXT, and probably why I didn't get into them. Mm. It's just that, um, yeah, that's something that I always had, like, hello, Regina, welcome. Um, there's something that it happens to me that, yeah, sometimes I do love to listen to deep lyrics, but I also love to listen to good music, and I think that I always go back to SM music because I love the vocals. I love the structure of their songs. I know that probably because I am an 80s liner. So somehow SM reminds me, even though I know they are always trying to stay modern and futuristic, there's something about the way they develop the music that is just so appealing to me. It makes me feel nostalgic. I love to listen. When they released 90s Love, I was obsessed. And I'm not going to even mention NCT 127 favorite because it's my favorite. But um, sometimes I go through this. Like, it's not about the meaning. Like, I appreciate a deeper meaning. I love to see what's that. But sometimes I just want to listen to good music and have fun. Um, but yes, I agree that I personally don't like the music, the lyrics where they are always like mentioning, like, oh, I'm better than you, like someone mentioned, like, I'm better than you, I am defeating you, I am a monster, I'm going to eat you, like I know you're talking bad about me, and it's like, who are you fighting? Like, who are you talking to? Like, I'm sure, and when they have like that sort of lyrics, I'm not interested. Like, oh, like, I'm better than you, like, oh, I know we are the best, like, who are you fighting? Like, stop it. Stop it. BTS and I'm a star, but listen to yeah, sometimes yeah, emotional songs or like I'm like I just want to listen to a good song. Did any of you guys saw how armies were attacking a journalist on Twitter for stating that one of their lyricists is accused of being of no, I didn't know about that. I didn't know about that, Parvati. Done with sticker, yes. I didn't know, Parvati. But it happens all the time. Like that's why guys, we always focus on talking about you know other subjects because yes, yeah. I just think that I don't know. Some people need to go and get a life. I don't know. There are so many things happening out there, guys. You know it. We know it. There are a lot of things very like very complex things happening in the world. That's why I always tell you stay away as much as you can of Twitter. I'm very strict in Twitter. I just go to see content or news about my favorite subjects, but I don't include in those tags or keywords. I don't include toxic people because there's a level of like when someone is toxic, the person doesn't know that it's toxic, so you better, like I always tell you, you better like go away, you mind your own business because it's like it's pointless. And I think that we have a lot of things to be happy about, that you know we I don't know, guys. I'm really happy that we have each other. When they say I'm crying without you. Yes, Parvati. They need to. They need to. Yes, it's okay to be a fan, because we all have our favorites. But you people in the internet, we don't know them. We don't know them. So I don't know. Maybe if you are like part of, I don't know, UNICEF or the ONU, or I don't know how it's spelled, the United Nations. Maybe if you are like doing that kind of work, or if you are like part of like a bigger entity or organization, I would be like, okay, maybe you should like look closer into certain subjects, and try to promote fairness and stuff. But there are a lot of people that do have a lot of like studies, and that they have that role, to. And for me as a fan or as a spectator to be like stating my opinion about someone or something, it's like, I don't know, I don't have the time. I know that you guys, maybe if you have the time, I would hope for you to go and spend the time with quality music, quality like entertainment, like don't engage on negativity, because you never know. Sometimes people get so triggered for something that happens that today is a news and tomorrow is going to be gone. So what happened yesterday seemed like it was like a huge deal, and now tomorrow or now today is forgotten. So you shouldn't like. For me, what's on the internet, I don't know what to believe. So I rather grab a book or just watch my favorite artist, like do some, I don't know, variety show and laugh and just laugh and that's it. But no, I don't. Oh yes, Changkyun has a new tattoo. Does anyone else think that Taeyeon and Olivia thing is it's a bit weird though? Even though she's a teen, it still makes me uncomfortable. Um, yeah, it's just that it was for that moment, and she is an artist as well. So I don't see. I think it was just for the performance. I don't know. It wasn't my thing. When I watch it, I watch a few. I didn't even finish it. Like, I don't like the Grammys. I don't like anything related to the Grammys. I don't watch American award shows. I'm so tired of them. I don't want to hear about them anymore. I only watch the Koreans, the annuals, the end of the year award seasons, but American? Oh, no, no, I don't care about them. I don't care about them. I don't even care about the Latin Grammys. No, 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 no. I don't care about those. It's not entertaining. It's like no. It's so. For me, it's a bit. American award shows are a bit lame. I don't know. Oh, Flower of Nightingale. Yes, it is. Yes, I don't even communicate with others. Exactly, exactly, Natosca. Lol, it's like Harry Styles and Jenny Staff, which made rounds in it. Ah, yes, Grammy is rigged. I don't usually watch it, but I watch. Yes, it was amazing. Yes, yes. Boring, political. They are making a bit like they're making themselves look bad. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm consuming like Korean entertainment. I know Korea is not perfect, but their award shows are amazing, and it's a great performers after great performers, and I'm a fan of Bruno Mars. Actually, like I do love his stages and everything, but then like I don't care about Grammys. I'm sickened about hearing about the Grammys. I just don't understand how people made a huge deal about the Grammys when a few years ago the Grammys it weren't even talked about. Like I understand that maybe for some people it's amazing because BTS got in the Grammys, and I think that yes, it's an accomplishment, but that doesn't like, how many years are you going to uh, have to see how they manage themselves, the Grammys and everyone in it, to understand that it's a business. How many award ceremonies are you going to watch? And how many times are you going to complain about the same thing? It's like, yes, a Slapgate episode created a buzz for the Oscars, yes. Also, we forgot that there was a war happening because of that slap incident. And so, yes. Well, PR move and it worked like a charm. However, it was clear they were never going to win, especially knowing how Grammys hate teenage idols like artists and look At BTS latest releases, I used to watch all this hour. Oh yes, it's a boring spirit. It's boring, and and the breaks in between, the ads in between. It's boring, boring, boring. No, no. Leave me with my K dramas and with my Korean content. Like, I know they are not perfect. Like I tell you guys, I know they have their things, but the ads, ads. Does anyone know if they got the link for Seoul Ghost, the movie of Hagnon and Sonu and Alexa? Because I want to watch that. Please, guys, if any of you have a link or something, or you tell me where I can watch it, because I want to watch it. Yes, it's definitely a PR move. It's definitely a PR move. Regina, I have a new crush now. You know, I couldn't enter it because I do not have. Um, can you? Is it because you know it directed me to Twitter, and I don't have Twitter on my phone, so I couldn't. Then can you send me the name or the link directly of that page, please? Because I it directed me to Twitter, and I do not have Twitter. Yes, sure, Regina. Yes. Now she's asleep. I'm looking at my cat, and she's asleep now. Mm. Ah, okay. I will do that. Okay. Hmm. Because you know I tried, but they didn't let me keep going. They said that I needed to log in on Twitter. But I'll see if I can do it on my computer, because on my computer I do have Twitter. Mm, it's just that, you know, there are some things between artists, especially when they do these PR moves or when they do these moments of collaboration, that everything is settled from the beginning and there's an agreement. So I don't think it was bad. I don't think it was uncomfortable. I think um, that it was okay, actually. Um, it was funny. For me, it was funny because I knew that probably he said something very weird, because Tay is so cute. Tay is so cute. And I just love the interaction of these two. But it was a brief moment, so I don't know if there's something to say about that, because it was just the start. They I don't know. They could have done this with I don't know, a female dancer, but you know that BTS done for that song at least, or I don't know. I didn't see much BTS with female dancers that close to them. So if it was a female dancer, they would be talking about that female dancer also. If it was another big hit trainee, they would have been talking about that. If it, you know, it doesn't matter who it was a female, you know, but for me it was cute. It was a cute interaction, but you know, it wasn't that long lasting or impactful to be like, oh my god, no, no. I seen other things, like I don't think that it was just a whisper. Yes, I don't speak English. What do you want him? I don't know. I mean, I would imagine Tay. He would be like saying something with an English accent, but not making it sense. You know. JK reacting to Normani performance with Khalid. That was a very good reaction. Yes, that, yes. It was a quick moment. Exactly, guys. It was a quick moment. And it was like, I think that it was a PR move, you know, because it was okay, she was there, of course she's famous, but it fits very well. It matches very well with BTS. They are both young, the group and the girl, they are both like mainstream artists, you know, so it made sense that they had that moment. You know, it was when, just like when I was younger, you know, Britney, her first BMA performance was with NSYNC. You know, when she wasn't dating Justin back then, and she did that. She did like a mashup. So that's when I was like, okay, like this was just a brief moment. Like it wasn't a proper collaboration because you know their styles of music don't match actually, but it's like they do this. They do this. Um, you know. But you also have to think about this because if people start like, oh, she's 18 or she is this, she is that, you know, guys, these are entertainers. These are people that their work is to entertain. They are not just a regular 15-year-old or a regular female. They are entertainers. So they know it's their job. They know what they're doing. Of course, that if that person would move in a sexy way, of in an uncomfortable or in a very too exposed way, we would be like, oh my God, that was too much. But there was always like this level of respect. You know, it wasn't grungy or you know tasteless or something like that. Because BTS, it's very elegant, you know, in that sense. They are not. Yes, Army see much BTS and female artists. Yes. Yes, and also Tay, because I think that Tay was really fitting for that. Yes, because Tay is really, I don't want to say he's childish, but he is very young spirit guy. You know, he's very, I don't want to say the word innocent because I know he is a man, but he is, I think that he, you know, he gets along well with children, you know, with younger. So, you know, there's a sort of angelic and softer side to him, even though, yes, he's considered by other people as this very handsome person, you know, but he's actually very sweet and very down to earth. It didn't bother me until Psychic said he liked her from when she was. Oh, I don't think. I mean, no, I wouldn't even read on those two. You know my conditions for reading for a duo. There has to be a lot of interaction for me. and that interaction has to stand the test of time. I just don't read for, oh, because they were seen sharing the same space. No, guys, I don't like, I have to have proof. At least that's the way I work. Yes, also because every reading that has Taeyong in it is going to be very popular. Actually, it has happened to me with a lot of readings of BTS members. They have a lot of views. They don't have a lot of likes because people don't take the courtesy to give it a like, but they have a lot of views. So people just want to know about them, especially the Magna line. Um, but for me, I rather concentrate on other things, you know. hmm Yeah, we're just trying to take care of, like, trying to somehow give you an advice that you should watch out for the, first of all, the psychic readings. Like, I don't know, guys, I'm not a psychic, I just interpret the cards, and I have been doing this since I was 16 years old, and I am 37 years old, so I have been reading a lot. But like I always say, I don't promote premonitions nor, like universe and the magical. No, we are regular people. We are all here breathing, trying to make it work in our lives. I just don't like. But, I think that you should, I always tell people, you should take off the readings what resonates with you. Just don't take it personally. Don't absorb it like it's the whole truth. Just take a few instances. I mean, like, oh, this is interesting, but just let it go then. Let it go. I had I have friends that are tarot readers, and in some aspects of my life, I ask them for advice, like, oh, what the cards do they want to say to me about this specific aspect of my life? What can I learn from this? But always to use the tarot as a tool, not to gossip, honestly, not to gossip, because like I always tell you, sometimes we are not ready to listen to the truth or to what the cards have to say about certain aspects or about certain things. So, the cards are very honest. If you ask them something, but sometimes it depends on how you interpret it. If you are open to receive the message or not, or if you are seeing it or not. Even myself, that I have read tarot for a while, I consider myself like I'm still learning. I'm an apprentice. I actually am doing a course right now, studies, a special course about therapy and tarot, so I can like improve my skills. So guys, it's not about, it's always continuing growing. It's always like learning something new. It's not like, oh, the card said this, it's going, no. Maybe Wendy, because he is a moon in Taurus. You have to think if maybe you, Wendy, you have to think maybe you do have some placements that you are attracted to Taurus, because he has a lot of Earth placements. So even though he is very dominant, he's very sweet at the same time, very Venusian. Oh, thank you, Regina. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Yes, I know. Yes. Hola, Miss Lluvia. Bienvenida. I believe in having good intuition and the ability to sense when things aren't good for you, but I'm gonna be very skeptical about the self-proclaimed psychics. It's just that it's a whole weight on your shoulders to. Yes, Rim, I believe it is Kun's wavy Kun. Yes. Um, yes. For me, and that's one of the things, that I struggled, I guess, when I was younger about being that one in the group that knew or had a tarot deck. My friends would be like, "Oh, you read the cards? Please, can you read for me? Please, can you tell me what's going to happen with this and this and this?" And I was just a teenager, I was really young. And I was afraid of reading the cards because people would put so much expectations on my person that I was like afraid, like, oh, what if I say something wrong? Like, uh, yes, also Kun. Um, so I was like, I was afraid, and that's why I believe probably the until I was, yes, like until I turned 24, I started like I believe I spent the first 7 years of my practice with the cards reading only for myself because I didn't want to feel the responsibility or the weight to be like, oh, but you told me that this would happen. Even though I had the coincidence or I had the situations where people would come to me and they would be like, oh, what you told me came true. But at the same time, I didn't feel comfortable with that. Even though I knew that some people were excited, about, oh, what you said came true. But for me, it was like a moment of reflection. It was like, but why? I always wanted to understand, like, why. And it also had happened to me, people that get too fixated with when you tell them that something could potentially happen or something could potentially be an option. Some people get really fixated on it. Had happened to me also, like, oh, something's going to happen to you. And I'm like, oh, okay, when? And I'm like excited, like waiting. And for me, it's like, oh, maybe that's going to happen. Yeah. Oh, no, 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 not today. Maybe that's. And I don't want. I always had been very like perceptive about that. Like, why every time someone tells you something, you are so like, like, oh, maybe this is, and that's not healthy. That's not healthy, guys. Jaehyun also. But yes, I realize, don't get me wrong, I love Capricorns because I have a lot of Capricorns, but it's something about him. Yes, he definitely, Wendy, he has a good, because to be honest, I'm going to be really honest here. I'm a double Capricorn, and um, and I do have a Scorpio placements and water placements and a lot. But sometimes when I compare my energies to others, especially when I'm getting to know people, I am very boring. Like I am very like distant. I'm not I'm very polite and stuff. But I saw people that have like more expansive energy. So when I saw Kun, definitely I saw that he's a very well balanced when it comes to energies, especially being a Capricorn, because sometimes we Capricorn, we are a bit like stiff, like it's different to get close to us. and even our body language is a bit like cold compared to others. We tend to stand out because we seem like older, or we seem like colder, or we seem like more, I don't know, different from the others that probably are a bit more, flexible with their energies. Uh, but I think that Kun is a very good representation of the earth element potential to make you be warm. There's something about him. I'm a Capricorn with an Aries rising and Sagittarius moon. People think I'm wild, but my true friends know that deep down I'm really boring. Yes, yes, exactly. Yes, but you're really fun. You're really fun, Regina. You are really fun. And with that moon in Sagittarius, you obviously are. That moon in Sagittarius is always going to guide you to get out of what's the norm, of being a Capricorn. When you are a Capricorn and you are like, all responsibilities. Well, that moon in Capricorn of yours, and also your Aries rising, after you turn 28, I don't know how old you are, but after you turn 28, you're going to start feeling a bit more passionate and a bit more like, okay, like, I don't care about the rules. I don't care about responsibilities. I want to be me. I want to be more daring. I want to be an explorer. I want to be a seeker. I'm a bit of a chatterbox because I'm a Aquarius cusp. Well, me too. I have Jupiter in the first house. So it's like being Sagittarius rising, and I like to talk a lot. And I have Venus and Mars in the first house, the house of Gemini, so I love to talk. When I like you, I talk about everything, with you. Like, I definitely, I'm very communicative. But I know people had told me that at first I'm really intimidating at first when I'm in my mood of getting to know you, and I tend to observe a lot the situations, especially when I'm in a new environment and I don't know people. I don't like to stand out. I don't like to be like, oh, hello, I'm here. Oh, no, I don't like it. I'm to stay in the corner and I'm like this. I'm like observing you, I'm listening to you, I'm paying a lot of like, you know. Yeah, yeah, they don't like it. They don't like it. Yeah, they don't like it. No, they don't like it. When you seem very not interested into falling for them, because I'm very respectful and everything. Like, I can talk to you, but yes, men don't like it. Men don't like it with like managers and stuff. I always yes, me too. I always have trouble with male managers as well. Yes, because I am not pleasing. Like, I can be understanding and pay attention to you, and maybe if you have something to say or to tell me, like, oh, maybe we should improve this, great, I'm listening to you. But I'm not going to be drooling over you. I'm not going to be like, no, no. Reserving right or chatty loud. Yes. Yes, me too. Me too, Rim. It depends who I'm with. It depends who the person is. Yeah, I'm actually like very chatty. Yes, and I'm really fun when I want to. But it depends on how the person and the environment makes me feel. I know, um, like, it depends. It depends. It depends on the person, the place. They don't like it. Yes. Yeah, me neither. I don't give them space. I don't give them space. Never. 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 Especially because I think that it has to do with um, maybe with us being professional. There's something about me, especially when I'm at work or it's something work related, that I remember that I'm at work. I definitely do remember that I'm at work. Yes, because they know. They are not fools. They know who they can mess up with, like not mess up with. They know. They really think that they are the ones wearing the pants, and that you are just a female, like. Yes, I have those moments too when I'm just a brick wall. Yeah. I thought I'd be more fun at social events than I am, but seems like the cancer rising to me really wants me to be something. Yes. It's just that sometimes it depends. For example, when I'm in something that is work related, I know that that they don't, they usually don't care who you are as a person. They just like, but for me, since I have a profession or since I have been working on my own, like I always talk about me from this perspective of like, oh, I'm not just a simple worker. I have other resources. I'm not going to die for a company or be faithful to a company or to a brand. No, no. I am faithful to me and my own interest. Like, and what I do for you is because I get a paycheck for that. Not much, not less. Oh, me neither. Yes, me too. Me too, Regina. Yes, it's necessary. Yes, it's necessary. Okay, guys, do you have questions? Do you have questions for today? Let's write that down so I can pull some cards. Yeah, me too. I used to enjoy going to clubs when I was younger, but now no. I don't like the noise. I don't I work in a place with not loud, but there's music on the background all the time, so I'm like I need silence. You can ask about a certain idol, Regina. If you have, like, if you want to know about your favorite, how they're doing, or if they have a project or something like that, you can ask. You want to know about Kai? Okay. I want to know about Kai. NCT Dream. Oh, I love NCT Dream. Yes, exactly. Exactly, Hope. Exactly. The best. The best. Don't compare yourself with others. Got seven comeback. I thought that there was, didn't they? When is the comeback of Cat 7? Ah, okay, the boys' new comeback. And you want to know about Stray Kids, Eva? Ah, the 23rd. Okay. We are getting closer. I'm excited too. Ah, okay, Stray Kids. Mm. with the super handsome Jackson one. No, I didn't have it. I have to do a reading about Chen as well. I have to read for Chen. Didn't I read for Chen already? Okay, Espa. Oh yeah. Jackson has a lot of energy. A lot of energy. It's like, oh. Yes, poor girls. Itzy, okay. I hope they remember they have a girl group. Yes, because they also like promote. What is the name of the group? They promote this group. What was their name again? The new group, the JYP group. And they are not around. Like, what's going on? Are they in the dungeon? What's the name of the group? Oh, and mix exactly. Huh? Yes, exactly. Huh. Exactly, Parvati. Yes, and mix. Why do you know anything about them? Like, I know they had like their debut, but is there something else like? Ah, I did read for Chen. Yes, I love Chen's voice. Mm-hmm. No, nothing currently. Ah, okay, okay. Do they have their own channel? Like their own channel? Like I don't know because I think that yes, I listened to the song. I saw them like going on different like TV, not TV, like to different shows to promote that song, but nothing else. You know, like that. That. Okay, guys, we're going to. I have six questions. So let's take these six. I'm going to read for them and then I'm going to go. Okay. So let's start with Kai. How Kai is doing. Okay. Oh, free, free? No, two of cups. The love. What's going on with Kai? Is Kai? Is there any rumors about Kai love relationship? Romantic? No, right? There's no rumor about him, right? Maybe it's a collaboration. Maybe it's a collaboration. But he's definitely receiving a lot of love. And this also can represent like like his connections with his fans. Probably he's getting a bit emotional, but he's loved. This card it talks about, you know, you receiving love. So you knowing that he is loved. So But I think that because actually, this is just one card and it's card of the day. So don't take this like literally. This card actually talks about how is in this period where he's really comfortable with receiving and showing love. So he's feeling very romantic, probably a bit nostalgic as well, but I think that he's opening up his heart a bit, probably being a bit more sensitive or a bit more like affectionate towards people, telling them how he feels. He's a Capricorn and he also has like an Aquarius move. So, Aquarius moon. So definitely he is not the kind of person that he would tell you that he loves you very often. I mean, he could tell you, but he's not that like emotionally like no. But now with this card, the Two of Cups, he's like being a bit more like about talking about how he really feels. How he really feels. He loves it. He's a bit emotional. I think that he definitely wants to explore his feelings. Yeah, I don't know. I don't talk about soulmates actually, Regina, because soulmate is a complex term, especially for people that work for all of us actually, in reality, to be honest. We all struggle finding soulmates. So sometimes for idols, and it's it's tough, but they have connections. They could potentially like meet someone special, just like us. But to put that a label of soulmate, like I don't know, because soulmates it takes a lot of growth, and some people sometimes we don't meet our soulmates in our lifetime. So definitely what we can like achieve or aspire in love relationships is to find reciprocity. To find reciprocity. Reciprocity is when, for example, in this cup, the stars, the water starts coming here, and it pours into these two cups. And do you see how these two cups, like they are both getting like the same from the same source? They are getting the water, but they are also imparting on each other, and it's full and it's pouring. So it means that it's always available. This is what love is, where when it doesn't run out, it's always available. You're always available to lift each other up. So this is about connections actually. It doesn't necessarily has to be romantic. It has to be with you being loved and also giving love to others, and he is in this state. He's probably feeling very emotional right now. Yes, he's a really sweet guy, exactly. But I think that you know Kai it's um, he's letting himself feel the love. He was a bit, like in the past, maybe he was like, oh no, I don't deserve this. Or, like, yes, like I know people love me, but, always trying to keep himself busy and, and be like, oh no, people love me because of I don't know what, but I think that there was a deed, there was an action that allowed him to see how loved he was. There was something, something happened that it touched a very deep fiber in his heart. Yes. And he's like, wow, I'm really loved. Yes. But sometimes they do not get it, spirit. That's the thing. That's the thing. Because being admired for what you can do is not the same as being loved. When you are loved with all your errors, with all your flaws, with all your different moods, you know, and sometimes that love or that acceptance has to come from people that really know you know, like they really know who is behind the mask, who is behind the idol, who is behind, you know. So sometimes, you know, for them to have people that really love them, you know, not just because of their popularity or because it's their role, you know. For example, managers and staff, they are getting paid to be around them, you know, even though the fans would be like, oh, I would do that for free. The staff and the managers, they do it because it's their job. So their job is to get the idol in the best condition, you know. And they sometimes they don't get it, or maybe they do get it, but it's not enough. You know, it depends on what they're going through in the moment. Sometimes they do feel very lonely, you know, and that's something that that some people need to understand, that sometimes idols, they do get lonely. And even though you see them, oh, because in this picture she or he came out like this and they are having all these brands collaborating with them, yes, it's a huge accomplishment. Of course, it's their work. So, you know, if they're promoted or if they are like signing with a brand or if they're having their solo project, it's a huge growth for them. But that doesn't mean that this reflects or is a reflection of their emotional well-being. You know, sometimes for us, for all of us as people, we can do great at our jobs, our studies, but there's always this need for more. There's always like this insatisfaction that it can only be filled with human contact and with having real relationships, real connections, like you know, like having like true connections, like people really like being like, okay, like I'm in your life because I want to be, because I accept you, you know. And sometimes being, you know, part of an idol life, maybe it means that you don't get to see them every day, that you don't get to see them as often, that also you have to be silent about their role in your life, for example, that they cannot talk about you, they cannot show you off to their friends, you know, they cannot share pictures of you with them because everything has to be covered, you know. So, and some people don't like to be someone's secret, you know. So it's not that glamorous as people think, you know. And you also have to see that there's also from the idol perspective of being like, oh, maybe if I include you in my life, if people find out, I can cause you a huge trouble, you know. So they also feel guilty about that, about deciding to be happy or choosing someone or being friends with someone. Like I always say, being associated with someone, you know, being friends. Sometimes people like to gossip and people, yeah, yeah. No, but maybe a Mars in Leo would be more straightforward. You know, yes, I like this person, I want to get to know them, you know. Oh, yes, they would be a bit more proud about, yes, this is my friend, you know. But for others that are a bit more like, you know, like, yes, they have it tough. They have it tough. It's not easy. Okay, guys, NCT Dream. Two of Swords, NCT Dream. Two of Swords. Moment of truth, a moment of peace. Moment of peace for NCT Dream. Peace in the sense of, because the swords represent the intellect, represents the air element. So definitely for NCT Dream is a moment of like, you know, combining energies and trying to be like, okay, like let's make this happen, but at the same time, like let's be in harmony. They are in harmony with each other. Probably in the past, there were a few differences between them, especially about things being said, communications, and now they're like, because I think that a lot of them have a lot of ideas and they probably have a lot of opinions or a lot of things. There's something about their character that probably they are starting to mature. So NCT Dream, so they are like stepping up, and being like, oh, I want to say something, and I want to say something about this, and there's the other one, oh, I want to also say this, and then the other one that probably never said anything, they're like, oh, I think that this and this and this. So, a lot of like intellectualization here, a lot of intellect, a lot of things being said, a lot of willpower also to communicate something, but this is like like a harmony, a harmony. They did grow a lot, yes. They are like deciding that in order for the group to stay together and strong, there has to be mentally peace. They have to be peaceful mentally. They have to be careful with the words. They have to be like, like giving each other good feedback, and also trying to always stay harmonized, because this is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords, it's about, duality. It's about the the different people like harmonizing together. It's not about one of them or two of them like running the whole show. No, it's about not letting other people's expectations or other people's comments to bother them. They are in a moment of peace. They know they are doing their job. They know they're doing it great. So they're in this moment of peace. Finally, their mind is not like, like, oh, I have to do this. No, they are really. Isn't it also about being neutral? Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. Spirit. Yes, yes. It's about this. It's about this exactly. About being like neutral, like not right or wrong, just like making like a sort of truce. Like let's stop pointing fingers at each other or being at each other, because I actually don't think that this is their nature actually to have a strong opinions or to sort of like fight each other, but probably there are a lot of people on the back, on the background, or there's a lot of people around them that are very gossipy. This is why we have the source here. There's a lot of communication and miscommunication around them. So probably they hear a lot of bells and they are like, oh, maybe we should, like the other group did this, or we did this, and we saw that the other did this. So sometimes they get, a bit overwhelmed with other people's opinions and words, and I think that they are very respectful in the sense that they're trying to absorb as much knowledge as they can. So sometimes they get a bit confused or they get a bit contagious about what others are going through. And now they're at this moment of peace. Like, okay, like let's leave out what the others are going through with the others. Like this is us. This is us. Like, let's not judge each other. Let's not fight. Let's put our efforts together to find a sort of balance. Let's find balance. Let's find harmony in our thoughts. Okay, got 7, come back. Oh, Ace of Wands for God 7 comeback. So yes, the fiery and passionate new beginning. So definitely, guys, you are going to see a very passionate God 7. Definitely. Definitely, guys. You should be really proud of the boys. You should be really proud of the boys. I think that they definitely have a lot of desire. They have a lot of desire to sort of like be a bit dominant, to be like, here we are. This also, the fire represents creativity. So probably they are feeling passionate because they have creativity freedom. They have the freedom to create what they want to create. And also there's this sense of transparency. Like, this is my creation. This is what we created. This is not something that was gifted to us, or that like was okay, like, go record this song. No, this is theirs. This is their creation, and there's a lot of pride here. There's a lot of masculinity also. These guys are not boys. They are men. They are men, they are passionate, they are in their power as well. So probably, yes, a lot of people will feel a bit intimidating by them, and not a lot of people will get their concept, because actually it's not a concept. It's not a K-pop concept. No, it's music. It's creation. No, it was about God 7, Summer. Now the boys come back and tour. The boys come back and tour. The strength card. I don't know if I can show this because this lady is naked. The strength card. So definitely also these guys very passionate. The card of the strength definitely talks about being strong. But also talks about you having a sort of like restriction to your impulses. In the sense that probably the boys will be able to do their best and to have a great experience with their comeback and their tour. They will have the stamina, they will be really excited. They really want to prove that they are stronger than ever. That, yes, probably, because Eric is on hiatus, there's a sense of like, okay, it's only the 10 of us, and there's like a lot of things going on in the back. But at the same time, there's this sense of strength, like us pulling, like this person like is pulling, like this sort of fire into this, she's like pulling resources out of the atmosphere. And probably it has to do with the influence of the fans as well. There's this level of like, okay, like really, like, like we are pulling resources and strengths and inspiration out of what surround us and what we want to give to the fans. So it's a sort of a spiritual, very challenging experience. Of course, I'm not going to lie to you, because in the sense that a comeback and a tour, it's going to be physically draining for them, especially with one member missing, but they are going to make the best of it. And also, they are very brave guys. They have the energy. They have the potential, they have the attitude. You will not see them like, oh, like defeated or being a bit like, like, oh my God, I cannot take it anymore. No, they are very focused. They want to give their fans the best experience possible. So they will show a different kind of a strength. What I would advise them, because it's the strength card, what I would advise them is to actually learn to control their desires, to give too much. In the sense that they should administrate their strengths and their instincts a bit more, not to get too passionate, because there's a sense of them trying to overcompensate, and to not show vulnerability, that could also lead to a bit of them feeling a bit tired afterwards, because they are so like strict with themselves that they are like, okay, we have to prove ourselves, we have to give the best energy, we have to keep the audience entertained, so they are like here with energy, sometimes that energy can run out if you don't administrate it very well, but they are going to be very great. They're going to do great, guys. You are going to see them shine, so don't worry. Okay, Stray Kids. Stray Kids. The Temperance card. Very loving card as well. I just said this almost. Yes, to slow down a bit, yes. The Strength card. Definitely this card, see this person like pulling, the duality, and also like pulling like in the cups, they are pulling like the different, like the yin and the yang, the fire and the peacefulness. This is healing. I think that the Stray Kids definitely is going through a transformation. And it's also something that is very spiritual, because I think that they needed also this Temperance card. There's something about them always keep going, but never healing properly of everything that happened, or of how fame impacted them, how everything that they went through impacted them. So this is a moment of a lot of healing for them. This is a moment of really like putting the cards on the table, literally. And this is like the combination of the two different, like the two different characters, or the two different energies, the yin and the yang, the passion and the sensitivity. Probably because there are a lot of members, there's like this. They had to sit down and sort of talk about, because some of them are more emotional than the others, and some of them are more intellectual or mental than the others. So probably for some it was great to put into words a lot of things, and for others it was great to express their passion and their frustration about certain things. So this was like a sort of ceremony of a communion of their different characters and their different traits. These are different people working together. It's not about, like who's wrong and who's right, and it's not about an argument. It's not about, fixing a problem. Like, oh, we had a problem, we had to sit down and talk about this. No, it's not about this. It's more about, like coming to the realization that they didn't have the time to proper heal. To proper heal. Probably what they are going through right now is allowing them to heal. To, when you listen to your teammate, or when you listen to your partner talking about their struggles, somehow it forces you to look at your own, because the other is a reflection of you. So maybe this is a moment of a lot of healing, because someone in the group was able to uncover or uplift the veil of like, oh, everything is okay. Yes, we are great. Yes, we keep going. And they kept going in automatic. And the Temperance card is like, slow down. Slow down. There's no need for you to pretend like everything is okay, because we know that you had gone through a lot of struggles. We know it. The fans know it. Probably the fans too. Probably this is them and the fans. So this is a healing. This is something that it's like an energy that is expanding. It's sort of a balm that heals your soul somehow. It's the realization of like, oh, now that I said this, or now that I sat down and talked about this, or now that I had this moment, I was able to touch my vulnerability. And probably this is something that happened, I don't know, 2, 3 years ago down the line. You know, it's not something recent, but somehow the wound was still there. Probably it's the pandemic, probably a lot of things that happened to all of us, but for them, this is a time for healing. This is a time for, like, you don't need to act like you are brave. We know that you are brave, but slow down and enjoy the healing. Enjoy the temperance. Embrace temperance. Embrace slowing down and taking care of yourself. Not for others, for you. Not to be like, oh yes, I'm a survivor to all my circumstances, like I am better, I am healed. No. Take a moment to slow down. Take a moment to slow down. Something happened, you know, I know they had been touring, but I think that I don't know if they are still on tour, but probably this tour was a sort of a very emotional scenario that allowed them to, that it somehow it hit them, you know, it hit them that, oh, I am no longer hurting, I am in a better place right now. You know, and also accepting everything that happened before. This is great for them. It's very emotional. I don't know if they cried or something like that. I don't know if they cried, but there's something about them, like, you know, like, it released, it was like, I needed to let this go. I needed to, you know, I don't know. It makes me feel emotional. So I don't know. Maybe it was. Even for people that usually don't cry, I think that they cried. I don't know. Oh yeah. Yes. There's something about, you know, let it go. Like just express it. Express it. Express it. Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed of feeling emotions. It's the first step of healing. It's the first step. Yes, it's not pretty, but you have to do it. You have to do it. Okay, guys, ESPA. ESPA. Prince of Cups. Oh, ESPA with a lot of propositions, especially emotionally ones. I think that ESPA definitely it's on their way to something, guys. I don't know. Are they having a comeback soon? They're receiving a lot of love. I don't know. These people are getting a lot of emotional cards. Like, I wonder what's going on. But ESPA is really like coming with like an offer to the group, or not to the group, to the audience and the fans. You will definitely see that they are going to release something. And it's going to be very loving. You know, it's going to be very loving. The Prince of Cups is carrying something with that. It's like an invitation. It's like, you know, an opportunity. There's something coming here. because it's on their way. It's on their way. And it's going to be very loving, and it's going to be very, yeah, it's going to be, okay, yes, yes. And they're going to receive a lot of good feedback. They're going to receive, yeah, probably, yes. It's Chuhyun, yes, it's Chuhyun, definitely. It's honey, it's Chuhuni, yes. For me, it's him. I love his version of Next Level. I love it. I love his version. He's so passionate about it. He should get the chance. He should. I would support him. Probably it's him. I hope so. Yeah, but it's going to be very well welcomed, but they want to give the fans a better experience. They're really excited. These girls are really excited. I think that they got really good feedbacks. So they are like gaining confidence in themselves. They are like, okay, we need to show more because we got really good feedback. So we should keep going. This is why the Prince of Cups is on their way, because they're like, come on, let's keep going. It's just that these girls are very gentle, very sensitive. This is why I always tell you, probably these girls get a lot of flashback. I understand the people the people that are probably like, oh, I don't like this member, I don't like that member, something like this happened, but these girls are very emotional. They're very sensitive. They're very sensitive girls, and everything that negative that is related to them and their person, they definitely feel it. It definitely touches their self-esteem. So I think that people should slow down with the criticism, because these are not all the idols, the female and the males, they are really good people. But in this case, since I'm talking about ESPA, I think that we should encourage people to be less severe with ESPA, because these girls are too sensitive, and they are in a industry, yes, that actually wants to paint them as that they are the super females, and actually they are very sweet and a bit vulnerable girls. They do have a lot of insecurities because of how sensitive they are, especially to criticism. Probably for some people, oh, I don't like this member, and for them those words really mark them, and it's hard for them to. They probably do have like anxiety when it comes to criticism. There's this sense about, I don't want to get judged, or I don't want people to hate me, or something like that. They are very afraid of backlash. I know they received a few, but they definitely it hits them emotionally. So we should support the girls. I don't follow ESPA that much, but we should focus more on what they can do as an artist and not attack the person. Let's not go that deep, because these girls are very sensitive. So if we want to protect them, and if we want to protect and promote their well-being and their mental health, we should be careful about, and actually not encourage or not, do not support those comments that are hateful or that negative, because these girls are very emotional. And I think that probably one of them is also going through something very emotional. So please be careful with these girls. If you are a fan of them, show them support, give them the positive review, remind them that you love them, because these girls, it doesn't matter their appearance, or if you think that they are oh, they are the badass. No, they're very sensitive. They're very sensitive. It's just that these girls are very sensitive, guys. People should be careful about what they say about them, because they read everything. And they understand. They understand the language. So, because they are very sensitive. Okay, let's move on to the last one that it's about Itzy. Itzy. The only card that came out backwards or in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So probably the girls will make an advance, but I think it's going to be slowed down a bit. You know, there's a bit of, yes, there's a bit of a stagnation here. You know, like things are supposed to go smoothly for them, but somehow, like, I don't know if they don't agree with the schedules, or there's some disagreements or some disorganization when it comes to these girls' activities. You know, there's this sort of like there's everything's very slowed down. You know, like, oh no, like, yes, we're going to do this, but we don't know, and then saying, yes, we're going to release this, and then don't. You know, like a lot back and forth. You know, like we move a bit, and then we slow down, or we go backwards again. So if you are an Itzy fan, you should like be patient with them, because they are like trying to go through a sort of transition in their career, but probably there are a lot of other matters in the way that are slowing down the process, you know. So, you know, you should be like patient with them. Like, it's not negativity, it's just that it's taking a bit longer for them to make a progress. Yes, you shouldn't get frustrated, you know, with them. You shouldn't get frustrated with them. Just be patient, because the girls are fine. It's just that, you know, business, guys, business, or maybe they have priorities, or maybe they are focusing on other things. I know I like Itzy. I love those girls' activity, but it seems like them as a group, there's like a bit of disorganization about how to release the next concept or comeback for them. You know, probably there are a lot of things to review, or either the company, I don't know, has another priorities. I don't know how to tell you. They were meant to have a sort of like advance, but somehow this is slowed down. Like it's like as if it is postponed for a bit. So before I go, I'm going to pull out a card for Blackpink, because I saw someone that said something about Blackpink, so I'm going to pull a card for them. So the YG artists don't feel like I leave them out. And about Big Bang, I did a reading about Big Bang. It's on my channel. Blackpink, Prince of Swords. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense. If you see this image, there's this huge person like that is riding the chariot, and then you have like three people here like pulling, like making force to advance, you know. So it makes sense. It reminds me of the four members. But yeah, Prince of Swords. Honestly, guys, a lot of like, you know, a lot of communication, a lot of back and forth. The girls are definitely very sharp when it comes to communication. They let the company know, they let the people that work for them, that they are going to make advances, but at their own pace, and that they have their own ideas, and that they have their own projects. So, you know, they are not in a rush, you know, because the Prince of Swords is actually someone that, yes, is very cutthroat. So definitely the girls have an attitude that probably, if you are, I don't know if the comeback is confirmed or not, but probably if it is not confirmed yet, it has an intellectual reason behind that. And probably is the girls very honest opinion about them not wanting to do something in particular. But eventually, you will hear from them. You will hear from them as a group, because the Prince of Swords is on the way. It's on the way. So they definitely like are like working with like the intellectual part, or actually like building ideas about what they want to do. There's a lot of communication. They are being very assertive, but about what they want to achieve, very straightforward. There's a lot of conversations, and I see them like they are guiding the conversation, in the sense that they are like putting, like the guidelines, like, okay, we're going to talk about this, we're going to review this, everything. It seems like they are a bit more involved in the intellectual process than before. They are like, they are not sugarcoating anything. They are being very strategic as well. It's like, okay, yes, we want to work. Actually, they had been with this energy ever since the year started, because this is not the first time I pulled a swords card for them. When I did the reading for the four of them, I believe that it was I did an update. I believe it was the 3 months prediction or something like that. I saw that they were going to come to the company, or to people that manage them, and actually like set very straight boundaries about what they want to do, and in what they want to participate on or not. So don't worry about the girls. Like I always tell you, don't worry about Blackpink. I know that the fans want a comeback. I know it, but probably if there's going to be a news about something, you will hear it from the girls first. So don't wait for YG communication. Wait for the girls to tell you what their plans are, because they are definitely getting involved in this. So yes, guys, this is all I have for today. Just wait until Blinks will select a helicopter to protest. Yes, I'm sure. Yes, guys, this is why I think that I understand the Blinks. I understand the fandom. There's a bit of, like, come on, what's going on? But I also want to let you know that I don't see the girls being all passive and being like, oh, we are not allowed to work. No, it's not like that. They are setting also their their opinions. There's a lot of room for improvement, so probably they have a lot of ideas. They just don't want to release something just for release. They are definitely like getting involved, so don't get like too like frantic. Just wait that they have the right mindset, and this is how they want to proceed. So let's wait them, because they're on their way. They got a Prince of Swords, so definitely they're on their way. It's just that it's a process that probably it's a bit like, complex, because it has to do with ideas and exchanging of opinions, a lot of meetings, so yeah. So yes, guys, this is all I have for today. I hope that I see you on I will try to do Wednesday live. I want to try to do it. I usually, like I do it like at 10 p.m. my time, but I will try to do it earlier, so a lot more people can join. So probably, I don't know, 5 p.m., because I know Parvati also has, I know probably she has to work or to study. I know it's the middle of the week, but I want to do that, because the next Sunday I will be working. So, probably if I do the weekend live, I will do one on Saturday instead. But I also want to take a moment to to do a live on Wednesday, or I can I was thinking, you know, because you know that the lives are a bit more dynamic, and I usually do not have time yet to record the readings that I have pending. So maybe what I could do is go live on Wednesday, but I will put a poll or on the community, or I will do a community post. Well, you will give me, like, of course, please be I'm not going to take everyone's request, of course, be mindful of that. And I will try to take a few of, and also if I can add a few of the readings that I have pending, and I will select a few, and on Wednesday live, I will go live and I will do the reading live. So instead of recording the video with the interpretation, I will do a brief reading for each subject or idol here. I don't know how you feel about that, if you like that format or not. Because it's better than actually like me sitting and recording each of the readings that I have pending, to select the ones that you recommend, and I will do them live. So it will save me time, and the people that cannot join, they can watch the live on the replay, and then maybe if one of you can like help me to like sort of like put the timestamps of each reading. So if the person that is interested in a specific reading, they can go to, I don't know, minute 20, minute an hour, you know, so they know where they can find it. I think that it's the best, because it will help me save time at the same time. Because, you know, yes, we like to rant for an hour before I start pulling the cards. But since I'm very late and I'm very behind with the readings on my channel, we can use this hour and a half to deliver a bit of the readings. Yes. So maybe we could do that. So I don't get behind so much with the request of the readings. Because I know that for the Taurus season, I have a lot of other Taurus artists that I couldn't read for. But well, so please guys, if you send recommendations on the community post, be mindful that I'm not going to be reading for all of them. Like, I will try to select 5, 6 as much. 6 as top. So please try, if you can, like, be a bit like understanding that I cannot do a reading for all, you know. But well, I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to read you, and then I'm going to go. Yes, I can believe the Venus readings were 2 months ago. They felt like yesterday. Yes, exactly. Yes, I cannot believe it. I think I started doing these lives actually, like, I don't know. It doesn't seem like 2 months, but oh well. You know, we are learning as we go, trying to adapt and trying to get people to get to know more about, you know, about the channel and the readings. You know, people definitely want to keep up with their favorite idols and groups. So yes, guys, I hope that you enjoy this Sunday. I hope that you have a great weekend and a week. I know I'm going to be working a lot, but yes, let's keep going. We do not have another choice but to keep going, keep growing, keep expanding, you know, keep giving our best and being our best version. You know, we never know. But yes, I'm so happy that you are here, that you took the time to be here with me. So yes, I will see you on Wednesday. And yes, please keep try, or today I will try to make the post so you have the time to put your suggestions. Okay, thank you for being here, guys. Bye.